Today we're going to take a look at the Savage RGB Pro panel. This is the RGB-100P. Now this is a really nifty device here. I think mainly photographers and perhaps production artists that are designing lighting for a live stage environment, or maybe even a studio type environment where you want to be able to dial in the absolute perfect lighting. And so you could have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these panels and be able to fine tune them to get the exact kind of lighting you can get. So let's kind of take a look at all the features on this particular device. You can see it's a very compact form right here, and it's real simple. The controls on the back. It's got the on-off switch. One is for 120 volt power, and then the other is a battery option. We only have the 120 volt power option here. And then next to that, you've got an intensity, and then a color dial, and then a toggle switch between RGB for color, and then the CCT for just different tones of white light. And then it also has the standard DMX512 connector there, where I imagine you could link several units together there. And then it's got a basic stand here that you can tighten down here, and then arms as well to adjust. Then on the front side, it's got the barn doors, so you can dial that lighting exactly where you want it, direct it as needed. Pretty neat there. But let's go ahead and power it up, because I think that's what everyone really wants to see, is what you can actually do with this. So again, we just have the 120 volt option here. It's connected to this cord here that goes to an AC adapter. So we'll go ahead and turn this on, and then you can see the LCD display illuminates immediately. And as far as I know, it basically goes back to the last setting that was used. So however you had it set previously, that's going to be how it returns when you power it back on. So you can see there on the LCD, it gives you several different parameters you can adjust. And for me, I'm going to show you the color first, because that's probably the most lively and most interesting to see here on video. And then I'll switch it to the white, so you can see the different temperatures of white light there. All right, so we've got the color dial, and basically turning this color dial here will change the color ever so slightly. There is a slight click to this dial. It's not just a freewheeling dial. There is a slight click as you turn it. It's not too loud. I think, if your camera's real close to the dial when you're turning it, you might hear it a little bit, but otherwise it's pretty quiet. But the click action is nice because it does give you an idea of how much you are turning there. My only complaint on these dials is it's very linear. So as you turn the dial, even if you turn it really, really fast, the increments are linear. So it'd be kind of neat to see if they made the dials less linear, so that if you turn it real fast, in other words, it would advance much quicker through the particular parameter that you're advancing, and that would help you get to that color or temperature faster. But it is linear as far as I can tell here. So right now I'm changing the color. You can see that it's adjusting the hue over here. And so let me kind of pan out so you can see what that's doing. So we've got kind of a cyan tone right now on the light. And as we adjust this, I'll pull out here so you can see what it's doing. So I'm just turning the knob so it's getting more blue. We've got a very strong blue. Now we're more on the purple side. And then we're shifting to magenta. Really, really bright and vibrant. Let me just pan around here so you can see, just look how vibrant, how even the color is across the entire LED panel. Really, really nice, clean light there. And then we can keep turning the dial here. Again, I'm just turning the color dial down here. We're getting now more toward a red color. So you can see it shifts from magenta to red pretty quickly. And then orange. So go back to that red, very bright, very strong, and then go back to orange, and now we're in the yellow tones, and then shifting to green, and then shifting back to real strong green, shifting back to cyan there, and back to blue there. So we've done really a full spectrum at this point. So really vibrant colors. The panel is just super bright, super even. And again, you can use these barn doors to direct the light exactly where you need it to go. But really neat. If you want a blue light, you can fine tune and dial this to give you a blue light. If you want magenta, same thing. pretty much any color you can conceive of. You can dial and fine tune this LED light box to give you what you're looking for. All right, now let me show you what the white light looks like. So maybe you're doing a more traditional shoot and you want just different temperature of light, so you just flip this toggle switch, and now we're looking at just different colors of light. So right now we're looking at a very bright, cool light, and you can see down here on the display it shows us there where we're at there, so 9999 Kelvin, and that is our temperature right there. And so again, we can adjust the color dial here, and you can see we can make it warmer, so we're getting warmer. We're still very, very cool, but we are going, so you can see it's going in 100 increments right here. And if I pan out, I'll just keep going warmer, warmer, so you can see the difference. So we're getting warmer, warmer. All right, right now we're looking at 4700K, and then we can keep going here until we start getting really warm, more into those yellow tones here. But just imagine the potential here if you're a photographer and you need to fine-tune your lighting for the subject. I mean, you can dial this thing exactly where you want it to be. So right now we're at 32 Kelvin, 3200 Kelvin. This is a typical, maybe for someone that has an LED bulb in their house, that's a little bit on the cooler side, but kind of more in that natural lighting. And so, yeah, so it goes all the way from 3200 all the way up to 9900 Kelvin, I believe. Yep, 9999 Kelvin actually. So quite a bit of adjustment there. And then the one dial that I did not show you yet is the intensity. And so you can see this other dial here is going to be like a dimmer basically. And so as we adjust it, you can see here the BRT, imagine that stands for brightness, that's going down here. So let me show you what that looks like. So we're at 100% brightness right now, and I am turning it. We're at about 50% brightness now, turning it some more, and we are at 0, and this is at 20%. So basically you can go from 20% up to 100%. So let me show you what 20% looks like. All right, so that's 20% brightness, and then let me turn up that dial. All right, got the brightness, the intensity dial. All right, so we're at 20%, and we're going brighter, and now we are at 100%. So yeah, even if you're just after a white light and you want to be able to control the temperature, really nifty device here. Again, let me show you, we're on the warmest setting right here, and then I'll slowly turn it and go all the way to the coolest setting. So just imagine the different possibilities and scenarios you could use a light just like this one. The form factor is all metal, so it seems to be very well made, and it also does come with a carrying case with this foam that's molded to fit the light, so you can transport it fairly easily. And it's pretty light as well, doesn't take much to move it. But again, this is the Savage RGB Pro Panel, RGB-100P model. Pretty nifty device we got in the shop recently here. We get a lot of odd items just like this one, sometimes in the pro audio, pro photography space, and they're a great fit for our shop. If you've got something similar and you're trying to figure out if you should sell it or upgrade and you're looking to get a payback, definitely check out our website. We make cash offers on just about anything worth over $100 that's easy to ship. So visit our website today, click on Get a Personalized Offer, and a representative will get back to you typically within 24 hours or less during normal business hours. Again, this is the Savage RGB-100P Pro LED panel here at J Brokers, a risk-free secondhand marketplace. Thanks for watching.